Being embarrassed sucks, whether you embarrass yourself or you feel embarrassed. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching the video about making an ass of yourself. And it's not so bad. It's not as bad as you originally think. If you learned something, subscribe to my channel and help a brother out a little bit. I used to think differently, but now it's like I almost think making an ass of yourself, it kind of makes you a better person. I mean, I don't want to say it makes you a better person, but after you look at the situation, you learn something from it, then maybe it makes you a better person. While I was growing up, it was always like, no, don't make an ass of yourself or get defensive the minute I felt embarrassed in any way, whether it was from myself or from an outside source. Being embarrassed sucks. Nowadays, it's kind of like I don't want to say I look forward to it, but when I do embarrass myself or I make an ass of myself, I'll recognize it with the help of others, maybe not, but with the help of others that they kind of like laugh with me or at me. That's the first thing you notice when you have problems like I do and you feel that way. It's like, are they laughing at me or with me? Believe it or not, I found out that's not that important. Just, I don't know, if you can find the humor in whatever situation it is, and you can laugh at it, then laugh at it. I recommend it. Laughter is like the best fucking medicine there is. I've made an ass of myself several times over, and the more I look back, when you're disabled, do you have a bad habit of like looking back? I don't want to say it's a bad habit, but there's like this plethora of embarrassment and like, oh, what was I thinking? What was I doing? This, you start to think these weird kind of ways. I mean, it's kind of good, but then it's bad too. It's good because you could learn something from that situation, no matter how far you think back. Maybe there was something you could have done better. If you can at least identify what you maybe could have done a little better, or a choice, not a different choice, because then you wouldn't be who you are today if you made a different choice, but maybe learn from that situation, learn something, and you can apply it in the future. If you're in some endeavor, you can kind of watch for that, if that makes any sense. I noticed when you go disabled and you stare at a wall, I don't know why this happens, it's kind of weird. I'm noticing it's kind of common. It's like a solitary confinement thing where you can only stare at the freaking wall or stare at the ceiling. Your mind starts going nutso. So that's okay if that happens. That's something to watch for. You could kind of expect the fact that you're going to embarrass yourself somehow. So might as well figure out how to laugh at that shit. Thanks for checking out my video. If you liked it or you learned something from it, whatever, subscribe to the channel. Even if you want to just help me out, help out a brother a little bit, and hit the like button, comment if you want to, whatever. There's all kinds of things that you can do that help the algorithm. From what I've been hearing, this algorithm thing is a mortal kind of like enemy of people like me.